The next area of music therapy practice is psychotherapeutic area of music therapy practice. This area focuses on helping clients to optimize their mental, emotional and/or spiritual health. Music psychotherapy is concerned with helping clients find meaning and fulfillment in their lives. In the more orthodox forms of music psychotherapy influenced by traditional psychoanalytic thought, the explanation for the effectiveness of music in therapy must fit with psychoanalytic theory about the personality, human development, and the role of art in human life. In this framework, music is considered as a medium for regression, a repository of unconscious emotions, as a predictive screen upon which unacceptable aspects of one's inner self may be placed, or as a representation of objects in the world with which the individual must come to terms in order to become healthier. Psychodynamic music therapy approaches answer the question about the role of music in music therapy processes in ways that subsume it to existing psychoanalytic processes and structures. Music facilitates emotional expression by bypassing internal taboos. It provides a means for temporarily regressing to early stages of development, and it offers a symbol of unconscious contents which must be assimilated into consciousness for the goals of therapy to be achieved. Examples of the psychotherapeutic area of music therapy practice include supportive music psychotherapy, re-educative music psychotherapy, reconstructive music psychotherapy, and free improvisation music therapy. In supportive music psychotherapy, the therapist uses music experiences to stimulate or support psychological adjustment or growth, relying largely on the client's existing resources. The main uses for supportive music psychotherapy are short-term recovery programs for acute psychiatric or substance abuse clients, long-term support and maintenance programs for certain chronic psychiatric or incarcerated clients, crisis intervention and counseling for individuals, couples, families or communities suffering from trauma, illness or loss, preparation for or respite from more in-depth forms of psychotherapy, or the personal encounter workshops. In re-educative music psychotherapy, the therapist uses music experiences and the relationships that develop through them as the means of bringing clients greater insights about themselves and their lives, while also fostering the necessary psychological changes therein. Sample goals here can be to gain insights about oneself, to facilitate self-expression, to recognize, control, and utilize defenses to the best advantage, problem solving, to facilitate adaptive changes, or to facilitate self-actualization. Reconstructive music psychotherapy is aimed at discovering the roots and causes of the client's psychological or life problems, and then making the necessary structural and pervasive changes in the client's personality. It involves a process of intervention and change, characterized by both depth and breadth. Reconstructive music psychotherapy is appropriate only for non-psychotic individuals who have the ego strength and resilience needed to rebuild their personalities and lives. Free improvisation therapy was developed by a music therapy pioneer called Juliet Alvin. This was developed between the 1950s and 1980s. Alvin argued that the analytical concepts of Freud underpin the development of music therapy, as music has the power to reveal aspects of the unconscious. Her theory was built on the primary statement, music is a creation of man, and therefore man can see himself in the music he creates. This idea was developed alongside Alvin's perception of music as a potential space for free expression. In free improvisation therapy, clients and therapists can improvise without musical rules, and the music can be an expression of the person's character and personality through which therapeutic issues can be addressed. This method is musical. All the client's therapeutic work centers around listening to or making music. Every conceivable kind of musical activity can be used. Improvisation is used in a totally free way, using sounds or music that are not composed or written beforehand. By sounding an instrument in different ways, or by using unorganized vocal sounds, inventing musical themes allows great freedom. Free improvisation requires no musical ability or training and is not evaluated according to musical criteria. The therapist imposes no musical rules, restrictions, directions, or guidelines when improvising, unless these are requested by the client. The client is free to establish or not establish a pulse, meter, rhythmic pattern, a scale, the tonal center, the melodic theme, or the harmonic frame. The musical instrument for Alvin can be the container of negative feelings projected by the client and represents a safe intermediary object. After this, clients become attracted to and form relationships with the instrument of the therapist, centering their feelings in the music created together. It is after going through this process that the development of a relationship directly between client and therapist occurs. The concepts relating to the objectives of the therapy, the process of the therapy, and the successful outcome of the therapy start and develop within the musical relationship.